If we step back, Brighton and Hove, as you know, pioneered film in 1895. That's when it all happened here. You go to the Hove Museum, those early cameras, they are pieces of furniture. Polished mahogany, brass lenses. For example, you watch a film called A Kiss in the Tunnel. That's the very first ever concept edit, compared with just a simple cut, simple splice. Historically, the early film pioneers in this country were from the fairground, from the circus. They were not coming from the respected side of society. So these early films were a fairground trick. It remained socially not very acceptable, and therefore culturally it has stayed down there and is still down there. We saw the first Cinerama, sound of music was playing for seems like years. It was just a great period. Stanley Donen, Fellini, Antonioni. It was just a wonderful decade. I saw the birth of Carnaby Street. My first job in films was with Ranks. I spent a short period with the distribution division. All the production companies, we were big. At Pathé, for example, we had a big room for camera maintenance alone. And I remember little Sid Randall, and he would have his Arries all in bits around there. Across the road, we had our own laboratories. In the basement, we had a studio. Was because EMI, in 1970-ish, EMI bought out the ABC group. The production department was closed down. That was it, gone. Fortunately, I was able to move across to a very similar thing at Ranks. People going to the cinemas. I remember the release of the first Bond picture, and there was a queue around the block, the Empire Leicester Square, from the front, Charing Cross Road, another queue, and the two queues met around the back, from Leicester Square to Charing Cross Road. People were going to the cinema. Cinema going plummeted and plummeted and plummeted. A lot of people were made redundant. I was lucky, I was working for Ranks, I was okay. A lot of people went freelance. Came a point where to produce a film, all you needed is a desk, a phone, and a trained dog, and that was it. In fact, the home market was so big, so much so that production companies then went out and made films especially for that market. To the great, a major budget picture. Suddenly the resurgence, if you like, of the British film industry. What do we see? Notting Hill, Shakespeare in Love, The Full Monty, small, low budget, domestic films, if you like, some which one would think wouldn't export very much, but they did very well. A lot of people will go to Pinewood from overseas because of the standard of British technicians. When you talk about Hollywood, most of the time everybody in America are from Europe. A lot of these top DPs and top technicians are from Europe. Think of, for example, Vilmos, who is Hungarian.
I've always been interested in photography, still photography, how light works, how these magic things, the film captures the light, that you can tell stories through this process. That there was this profession, the director of photography. I hope that one day I will become one. I want to go through the camera operator. My big aim is to be behind the camera and to play with light, both of the things together. I will do the 1-year course and then specialize in cinematography.
So on my letterhead, I can now put, quite honestly, under Brighton Film School, founded in the last century.
No obvious cause of death. Fully clothed. Could have been natural causes.
This note was in her pocket. It's addressed to someone called Kevin.
She often sat next to me. She chatted a lot, but mostly she asked me about myself. She never volunteered any information about herself. I did notice her behaviour seemed a bit odd last week when I turned up late for Thursday's lecture. She gave me such a strange look when I told her my sister was here for an interview and I'd been showing her around the university. As we were leaving, she asked me to go buy her some paracetamol. Said she got a headache. Must be the last time I saw her.
Luke, at last.
Sorry I'm late, Joe. Had to stop off and buy something special for the girlfriend. It's her birthday. You're rather depressed of late.
Did you get her something nice?
Hope so.
No, I must say I'm really thirsty. Should we go for a coffee?
Sounds good. Didn't realise how long it would take me to find something appropriate for Emma. Shopping for a present does take time. I'm so worried. It's not like her. She's not answering her mobile. None of her friends have seen her since the day before yesterday.
I thought you said it was her birthday soon.
That's right. There's a pile of cards at her flat. All unopened.
Possible that she's gone to see her parents.
Her parents are still on holiday. Keep getting this feeling something's happened to her.
Yeah, I didn't like to suggest it. I think you should. In that case, I think I'll stay here. I don't feel 100%.
Thanks for listening. I'll be in touch.
Oh my God.